Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at the new Sky High mascara from Maybelline. I'm really excited about this, guys. Well, firstly, it comes in a super cute package, like with glitter and stars, and you know how much I love glitter. Let's open it up. You can just imagine that I'm opening it up. So the stick is huge, and I really mean that. Not like so huge it's like a pencil, but more like a really big matchstick or an earbud. At least a whole centimetre bigger than the Pat McGrath Labs Fetish Eyes mascara I reviewed in my last video. So I'm super pleased with that. Then we have the bristles themselves. Yes, very bristly. Like if a hedgehog was rolled around a pencil, but you make the whole thing really small, so it's like the size of a mascara stick. Not full size because you'd have to have eyes like a giant or a really big horse. Moving on, we have the product itself. It's good, consistent in thickness, and yes, very slimy. You need a product that's slimy for maximum definition because the slime just makes it stick there really good. Oh, wait. Wrong stream. But suddenly, yeah, can we redo that? Oh, it's live. Excellent. Right, brilliant. Welcome to But Suddenly, I guess. A show where 5 reprobates with lots of better things to do take a break from said things to blindly read the newest chapter of a collective storytelling experience. Each of us takes tantalizing turns telling tales tantamount to terrific treats. This is episode 14 now, I believe. Just so everyone at home knows where we're up to, we've hired a crack team of crackers to keep you and Luke in the loop. Welcome to But Suddenly.
Tom Burgess takes for as long as possible.
I know, yeah. I was like, is it finished? Like, at this point, I don't know if it's finished or not, because it could be, like, very long pause. Absolutely red. That was really good, bud. That was really, really good.
Fantastic.
Made me miss, what was it called? On the Line. Really made me miss it, because, like, that frustration.
If I was writing an intro for Birds Tonight, I think I would have done. And had a Burgess from online, and then halfway through, going, oh shit, wrong stream.
You can't now, Robert.
But no, I like where you went with it, though, with the
I really like the
unboxing
makeup. It was ace. Welcome back to the stream once more.
Hello, dudes.
Yeah, this is a quick turnaround, isn't it?
Quick, yeah, very quick turnaround.
10 days or so.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. Very quick turnaround.
This is Yola's prowess as churning out the scripts.
I could have done it last Sunday. I wrote it and then like had like what I only refer to as a writer's high, and then like after telling you guys we can do it Sunday, had what I refer to as a writer's panic, and then proceeded to like absolutely like kind of like change the entire thing. So I've kind of like had like this is like somewhat version 2. I had to like I was reading it and going like, what the fuck am I on about? But yeah, very much looking forward to it. We've had a reset that has been reset to a certain degree. We've had all our old characters. We reset the reset. Well, we had a reset, and then we've got like classic characters back, which I think we need anyway. We like having that like character basis, but there is like some intrigue in that they seem to be spread amongst a long time. And then last week we had a nice little foray into Deep Voyager. If I'm getting that right, Luke?
Yeah, the axial...
Yeah. Axial tilt.
Axial tilt, yeah.
Axial tilt.
What a cracking name for a spaceship, by the way. Absolutely cracking name. So, I have to like... So, I had a very solid idea for this that I then kind of had to like... From a... We don't want to have to read 40 to 50 pages. I'm going to have to fucking gut some of this. So I gutted it to a certain degree. And then by gutting it, a certain idea that I had, like, it's just a lot faster. It still works. I think this is better than the first iteration I had. It's just that it works a bit differently. But I'll talk about it afterwards. I like kind of like edited it down a bit had a lot more. Like utter insanity. So I've kept like Adam, if it makes you feel better, or like all the crazy stuff you'll be doing tonight. Some of the other lads had crazy things as well, but I just chose theirs to cut.
Does that make me feel
Probably
better?
makes you feel worse, doesn't it?
Yeah, if anything.
Well, no, I was like, yours is the best one. I was like, they can't pull that off, but Adam can.
I mean, thanks. I appreciate that attempt, but
Be lulled into this false sense of security. Be lulled.
say more things.
You're brilliant. You're excellent. It's
just sorry to interrupt. I'm getting a little bit of feedback from you on mic call. I don't know if anyone else experienced that. Is it just me?
Hello.
It's a bit
Yeah.
gainy, I would say, maybe.
Is it? Give me 1 second. It might be that.
It's not too bad,
my
to be honest.
My
My
microphone on this, I can change to be the microphone I'm actually using on stream, and that might be help.
That sounds pretty clean. Yeah, how's that?
But now Phil's beautiful mug has a.
I'm sure it'll go anytime.
It's gone now. Yeah,
Just
so
just my power bar.
better. Hopefully, thank. Yeah. So it's only. It's
Yeah,
only
those are
you guys which would have
Phil's
heard that.
settings. That's
Yeah.
That's like in real life. Yeah.
turn up the bass.
So
do it, Captain.
So the reset, and so do you feel like you've gone back a little bit and read the recent scripts, or you've just gone off?
Yeah, 100%. I read them all. I manically wrote what I had written, then went back and realized, oh, that doesn't work anymore. That doesn't work anymore. So I like changed it, and then I obviously like did the big edit. But like I feel like I kind of have to like pre-warn you about this one, that it's kind of. I loved you know that I loved like all of them thus far. I've loved all the resets and stuff, but I really liked the opportunity of the aside in Luke's, because we always discussed having the potential of doing the debonair sitcom. I've not done that. And we also always just in case you think I'm going to do the debonair sitcom. And like I really thoroughly enjoyed Luke's last week one, where we just sort of like delved into a random TV show and we just got to sort of like play silly Billy characters again. So this one is kind of like I'm just setting something up which I think will be hilarious in this one. So there's a lot of like mandatory.
No pressure, Burge. No pressure.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you got to hit it. But no, for all of us, realistically, I've just set something up that I think, oh, this would be a really funny idea. So there's a lot of like, I tried to, but this is a lot of like setup. There's a lot of like context and moving the story in a certain direction, which only allows for like certain gags. You know, I didn't have entire scenes that were like ludicrous. Although, you know, it is one of my writings.
Have you created more timelines?
No.
Whoa.
No.
Wow. Sometimes someone's going to take his anti-timeline medication.
I've done the thing. All right, I have done the thing. It's not timelines. I've
cloned every character 5 times.
No. I've given us a sort of like a stepping stone for utterly enter insanity, and that's all I'm going to say. We'll just delve into it, and that's all I'm going to say. Luke, give me a sound, please, bud. Go.
Where's my dog?
Sorry, it didn't even turn up that time. We didn't even get the transition, buddy.
Shame.
I'm sorry.
Shame.
No. Do it again. I'll do it again. And now.
My cat.
Kind of appropriate, actually. Very appropriate sound.
The ad-lib, it was good.
Yeah. So, my script, and Luke has pointed out that it's off-center. It's the software I use, automatically off-centers just the title, and I thoroughly tried to get it like center, so just ignore the fact that it's slightly to the right. The rest of the script is okay.
You need to reschedule until
It's
you
like,
fixed it.
the script otherwise is like
started it.
spot on in the middle, but you know, like, yeah.
Sure,
It's like
that's what Ryan Johnson does.
It's a sign of things to come. Like everything from now on is a bit off center anyway. So the episode's called The Whole Kit Caboodle, and should we just delve straight into it, or do I have to elaborate any further? Anything else? I wrote it in a manic.
Where do we end up at the end of the last one? It was kind of Ellie's at the museum, seemingly waiting around for signs of
we heard
the others, or
yeah. She had gathered information about 2 of the others with her robot dog, we delved into an episode of Final Voyager, and then after that episode finished, she went off to the museum with a branch-like shotgun in her hand. Thanks for that, Luke. That really took some thinking as to how I was going to elaborate on that. Luke just like last minute introduced branch shotgun, and then branch gun, and then she got spoken to by the Debonair. She found faint scorch marks on the underside of some old rock, like ruins. And the Debonair spoke to her, and the last we saw her, she was falling backward. But we'll read all that because that's like my first page. So, okay. There is a misprint in the first page where the Debonair narrator is said to be Burge. It's actually Phil. So Phil is the Debonair. Always has been. Original Debonair. We had Debonizzle for a while, but back to the original Debonair, which is Phil. We might see him again, yeah. I've like his seventh clone in this episode is actually that one. So,
yeah. a group of Debonills.
It's the same scene over and over, but with a different Debonair.
I'm a manager.
It's a time loop. Right, cool. So, but suddenly, episode 14, the whole kit caboodle. Actually, another thing before we start, I'm sorry. I couldn't be asked putting all your names along the thing. So when you get given a character, on the very first instance of that character speaking, you're told who speaks it. But for the remainder, kind of like Luke's, you just have to remember who you're playing. And it might be hard in this. You have to remember. Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Just walk out. I can't work like this. You jest, Burge, but some of the names I have will be really quite difficult to follow. So like you'd be like, it might become like almost maths like later on to figure out who's playing
vastly over egging our skills here.
Right, episode 14, the whole kit caboodle by me. Ellie walks into a large open area where a sign reads, "Keep out, construction in progress." She pushes aside the protective coverings draped over the archway, only to see a mess of destroyed stone sculptures. She picks up a shard from a large piece that was recently acquired by the museum and examines it.
Faint scorch marks on one side. The inside, shit.
Ellie drops the stone bust shard and draws a highly unusual wooden weapon with a small branch protruding from the middle where a leaf is still attached. She aims it like a sawn-off shotgun over her forearm.
I know you're here. Show yourself.
An eerie ringing pulsates in Ellie's head.
How jovial our meeting is at last, my dear.
Ellie backs up and falls in shock, but suddenly we hear a loud bang. Ellie's wooden weapon misfires as she falls to the ground. A handful of seeds shoot out from the weapon, colliding with the remains of the stone sculpture. An almighty tree erupts from the seeds, forming rapidly and engulfing the stone remains. The Debonair's voice rings out once more.
Oh no, trees, my only weakness.
The tree withers and dies. From behind it, we see the Debonair clutching a large glowing scepter.
That couldn't have been your plan, could it? You suspected I, like you, was still living, and your plan was to engulf me in trees?
You stay away from me, or I'll...
Sting me with nettles? That's the thing with you members of the Five. Meeting you was always way better in my head. Anyway, how are things, Ellie? Enjoying your eternal body?
Yeah, fuck you.
Ellie gets up, brushing dust off her pants.
Ugh, so dreadfully dull. You know that? Oh, I'm a good guy. I hate the bad guy. I can only respond to him with derision and expletives. You know, it doesn't have to go down like that. We can hold a regular conversation, granted. We're polar opposites in terms of life agenda, but we can always bridge that gap to at least hold a modicum of conversation, don't you think? Isn't that's what your generation's all about? You millennials building bridges? Although I suppose I'd be more millennial in this world, having been alive for a millennia and all.
So that's what you want? A conversation?
I mean, no. I clearly have evil plans. I'm the Debonair. Come on. You know my shtick by now. But in this rare instance, my intention is not to kill or maim you, so a conversation would be nice. We've been through so much together, and from what I hear, you've not had much luck finding the others.
Ellie looks stern-faced, refusing to indulge the Debonair.
Oh, come on. I genuinely mean you no harm.
So what do you intend?
Well, I invented this adage. You might have heard it. Keep your friends close. Keep your enemies even closer. Just one of my many bangers. And that's what I intend to do. Keep you close. That's all.
So you expect me to believe you just want to be best buds? Grab a coffee, pumpkin spice latte.
Another one of my excellent creations. But, well, no. I'm afraid not. Maybe when this is over, I'll take you to ancient Ethiopia. Honestly, coffee there is exquisite. Has a crunchiness that today's coffee sorely lacks.
And how, pray tell, will you consider all this to be over?
Well, when I reclaim my throne that you so unceremoniously took from me, of course, as the purveyor of all time and space.
But wait, don't you have that already? You know, the staff.
I mean, the staff is pure pageantry at this point.
The debonair puts a hand on Ellie's shoulder.
The power of creation was inside me all along. Not really. Stripped it from some poor bastard in ancient Egypt. But the whole Egyptian scepter thing, I thought was cool, so I'm going with it. What do you think?
I think it makes you look like a bellend.
Classy as always, Ellie.
So you have the power of creation. Doesn't that mean you're already the ruler of all time and space? Can't you restart creation at will? Write things into existence as you wish?
Well, yes, I can. It's just that...
Wait, you can't time travel, can you?
Well, no, not in the literal definition.
Ellie begins laughing maniacally. Manically.
Oh man, that's why you entombed yourself. That's why there's so much archaeological evidence of you throughout history. So many tombs. Found the Egyptians tiresome, did you? Poor little Debbie Webby didn't like having to live every second of the bubonic plague.
I'm starting to regret this whole conversation thing.
Oh God, I haven't even considered it. I suppose I just assumed you could traverse time. But it's the power of creation after all. Able to bring anything you will into creation and rewrite creation. But I suppose it doesn't let you travel through it.
It doesn't. And it's hell. I tried to will a time machine into existence, and all I got was, well, I'll show you.
The debonair raises his scepter into the air.
And then a time machine appeared in front of the two of them.
An old grandfather clock appears between Ellie and the debonair.
No, a device to traverse through time.
A grandfather clock turns into a double bed.
A device to traverse time so I can relive history.
The double bed turns into a television, tuned into the History Channel.
A device to traverse time to points of my own choosing so that I can jump to any point in ancient history as well as the future.
The television turns into a desktop computer, Wikipedia open on a browser. The debonair sighs in disappointment.
I've tried everything. It's like this stupid power can't even fathom the idea of time travel classic.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Mr. Time Travel, forced to live through the entirety of time in chronological order. Must be hell for you.
Honestly, I don't know how you do it. Waking up, plodding around for hours, going to sleep, rinse and repeat. It's nauseating. Romans are mean and just completely humorless. Genghis Khan, it turns out, doesn't get fun until you strip him from his timeline entirely. Otherwise, he's just an angry curmudgeon who just goes on and on about horses.
And Hitler?
Yes, all right, ha-ha, debonair's a Nazi, very funny. But, yeah, he's a misery too. Apparently I'm not quite his type. Had a penchant for blondes, it turns out.
Ellie seems to be enjoying this.
My God. Here I was, frightened to death of you for holding the power of creation. You're just stuck in the same boat as the rest of us, aren't you? Stuck in time, all alone.
Well, I'm not exactly the same. I can do this.
The debonair lifts his scepter high into the air.
And then the room they were in turned into an inescapable jail where Ellie was to be held hostage by the ever-almighty debonair.
Suddenly, the room around Ellie grows dark. The walls of the museum disappear into nothingness, and in their stead, pristine white walls appear.
Ellie fell backwards onto let's say a nice, comfortable chair, cushioned. I'm not a monster after all. Let's go with a nice purple. Her hands were bound to the chair.
The ground below Ellie shifts, forcing her to fall backward. Her fall is stopped short by a lavish purple chair. Her hands, as they fall on the armrests, are bound to it. She looks around in shock.
What are you doing?
I told you, I need to keep you close, don't I? A door appears so that the debonair can leave.
The debonair waves his staff and a door appears at the far end of the room. He makes his way toward it.
But why? What will holding me hostage serve to prove?
Oh, you'll soon find out.
Cut to exterior. Quelmere Forest Day. Kerith Burgo, told you the names would get hard, runs frantically through the dense forest of Quelmere. The Tyrant King's army hot on her heels. She deftly jumps over obstacles, her makeshift bow clutched tightly in her grasp. Suddenly appearing to her side, one of the Tyrant King's guards flies towards her in a wooden motorcycle. Ellie quickly turns and fires an arrow, hitting the guard in his head and killing him. She continues running, her breath becoming more and more frantic. She looks behind her to check for enemies when she missteps and tumbles over a small branch. She falls on her back and through sheer instinct pulls out her bow and points it towards the forest behind her. Nothing. No sign of the Tyrant King's guards. Only the peaceful serenity of the forest. She breathes steady a moment when she hears a muffled cry. She looks behind her and finds she's fallen atop a small cart holding a variety of now broken goods.
Do it.
Finny
Finny Winklebonk. Your annoyance, how annoying you are has relevance to the story. So, like, milk it.
Me perishables? You don't crash the top me perishables? Oh golly wash, they're ruined. Scrap, worthless.
Perfect. Excellent.
Keep your voice down. The king's men are near.
Well, golly wash, I do so hope they are. I shall report your transgressions to the highest authority. You've ruined all I ever done had.
I apologise. Please keep silent. I'll kill you for ever having spoken to me.
Finny Winklebonk, at the threat of his death, remains quiet a moment. Corith still frantically scours the forest. The coast seems to be clear.
It seems the king's men might have left. They tend not to tread so deep into this here forest of ours.
Why might that be?
Finny knows not. Possibly the man-eating snakes. Maybe the humidity.
Corith steadily gets up. She looks upon the mess she's made.
I'm sorry about your supplies.
Finny studies her carefully.
It's no worries. That'd be the nature of things. We find nice things only for them to be destroyed or taken from us.
Will they have value? I can try and compensate you.
No, it is fine. Fate would have it be so. Golly wash, those were just items I found on the forest floor. Only one I cared for were this here wooden effigy.
Finny picks up a small, now broken wooden doll.
Been a good friend to Finny, she has. Seen me through some tough times. Had her since... Ramon, 42 BC, ancient Rome. What?
Go back to the normal voice, essentially.
But suppose Finny has a new companion now. What do you say?
Are you okay, Adam?
I have no idea what's going on.
That was perfect. That was exactly how it was meant to be read.
I suppose it's the least I could do. Where are we headed?
Cut to interior office space, indeterminate time. Kit Caboodle lounges in his office chair, looking up at the roof tiles above him. They creak and thud with the movement on the upper floor. He seems pensive, his cat ears pointed backwards, a sign of distress. Cara Meladoon, a fellow cat person, interrupts his contemplation.
Miss it, do ya?
Kit rights himself quickly, pretending to work on the document sprawled on his desk.
Sorry, what? No. I was just, it's just...
It's okay, you know. You're allowed to miss it. Must have been pretty cool up there in the Million Persons Club.
It's okay. Had some good times, I suppose, but this is where I'm meant to be now.
Kit taps a key on the computer on his desk. It shows a small collection of amoeba swimming around aimlessly.
Wouldn't want to miss this.
Not really days yet, aren't they? Your lot were like that at some stage.
Not anymore. Apparently my replacement is trying something new.
What do you mean?
Some hippy-dippy new age stuff. Essentially restarting it all using the same doctrines that the humans themselves created.
Not the whole God created an entire universe in 6 days bullshit.
The very same. They think humanity would benefit from having a semblance of autonomy in their own creation.
Oh, I quite like the whole Big Bang thing. It was almost poetic. What a load of shit.
You're telling me?
A larger, portlier cat person meanders over to the pair.
Telling you what? He's not still on about Earth, is he?
Yes.
You've got to get over it, mate. So you let a tyrannical dictator discover time travel and utterly obliterate the civilization you'd nursed from its very beginnings. It happens.
I warned you about lightning.
I know. A weather that could power up time machines and reanimate hastily put together body parts was an accident waiting to happen. I thought I knew better.
So, what have they said? I know they replaced you, but are they scrapping the entire thing? Or resetting it?
Resetting it, apparently. Going to start from scratch, but use the gods that they created during my era.
Ugh, that's such a Klopp thing to do. I swear, if he wasn't a narrator, it'd be some tantric guru monk or some shit.
I know. He's even decided to navigate amongst them.
Oh my god, so much ego. What's he expect? A population-sized high five for his help resetting the Earth? How needy can you be?
They won't buy it. Trust me. Humans have an eye for that thing. They were smart. They gave my lot a shiny Earth award. You could tell they were gifted people.
Golden Globe.
That's the fella. They could distinguish a good civilization from a bad one, and they saw that mine was an excellent one.
They do love their deep Voyager.
And right they are to love it. It's a great civilization. Last of a planet traversing the universe. SpaceX, top-notch stuff.
I don't know. Later seasons had too much fish people for my taste.
Well, you're just bitter.
I am not. Just because they didn't see the greatness in my civilization doesn't mean squat to me. It's their issue, not mine. My civilization is perfectly fine. Tiring king, dangerous forests, wood, motorbikes. What more could you ask for?
I don't know. Finny Winklebonk is a bit annoying.
He's charming, fun. Kids love him. Annoying and unrealistic, they said. Posh. If they knew their TV shows were actually the writer's psychic connections to other worlds, windows into other civilizations, they'd be less inclined to throw that unrealistic word about. I can tell you it's all very real from Corif Burgo's perspective.
Explanation in one sentence. Kit seems downtrodden.
Yeah.
Oh, come on now. It's not all doom and gloom in here. Doom and gloom here in small holdings. Sure, our civilizations don't have that many people in them, but they can still do awesome things. Goth! Tell them about yours. Civilization with the space battle, the laser swords.
It's Star Wars. They're called lightsabers.
Oh, tell them about that helmeted guy, or the kid. What's his name? He had a green laser sword. Defeated the Emperor.
Luke. Oh, he actually went off to live as a hermit on some obscure island eventually. Drank blue milk straight from a tits.
There's an awkward pause.
Oh, okay. Bad example, but small civilizations can still amount to greatness.
Oh, I'm sure.
Kit Caboodle looks on his monitor.
Wait, shit. The amoebas that live on this obscure asteroid I'm observing just invented electronic tablets they can communicate with. Oh no, wait. They're just bobbing up and down in their subatomic jelly. My mistake.
I was only trying to help.
Suddenly an alarm blares through the small holdings offices. A voice speaks through an unseen speaker. Could Kit Caboodle come to head offices, please? Kit Caboodle to head office.
Oh, can't be good.
I love Cara Muldoon, by the way, Luke. Well done. Cut to interior, Ellie's personal cell, day. Ellie sits on her lavish seat, bored out of her mind. She occasionally tries in vain to free herself. The doors at the back of the room opens and the debonair enters, clutching 2 Starbucks cups.
How's my favourite little ghost girl? Good?
Let me go right this instant.
Sorry, can't do that. All that talk of pumpkin spice had me hankering for one now. Want one? Ellie's bindings were released so she could enjoy a delicious cup of joe.
The debonair reaches a cup out to Ellie, who suddenly finds herself free of her clasps. She quickly grabs the cup and tosses it over the debonair's face. Confetti harmlessly falls to the floor.
Always works. Confetti cup is a classic. My God, you good guys are gullible.
Ellie sits on her chair, defeated.
I don't get it. Why are you even holding me? It's not like I could defeat you alone. I was just looking for my friends.
Exactly why you're here, darling. You lot are inherently predictable. I've fought various versions of the 5 over countless timelines. And the one thing I know is that you're always the 5. It's never Ellie and Zeep defeat the robo-snakes. It's the 5. You're destined to be together. So, we're just going to wait. One of these days, the rest of your goon squad will come barreling in here to save you. And when they do, I'll capture them too.
Why? collecting people now that you can't get hold of Nazi memorabilia?
Not quite. Where the 5 are, Dr. L isn't too far behind. And with him in my grasp, time travel will finally be within reach once more.
But Dr. L is dead. We ran him over, remember?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure, because that's how things work around here. Characters die and they just stay dead. Right, that's it. Kaput. Just like your little spider friend.
Aaron, he never came back to life.
Oh, no. Tell that to my friggin' time core, you cretin. Through some means or another, Dr. L will be back.
Can't you just go out and find him? You do have the power of creation.
Oh my god, I didn't think of that. Wow, Ellie, we make a good team after all. We should be. Of course I tried to find him. Nowhere to be found.
Excellently read, Bud. Sorry, that was perfect. The debonair leans dramatically on a wall. As he does, Ellie presses a secret button on her bracelet.
I thought there was meant to be a version of him who came into this reality. I waited for centuries to accost him at the university he taught at, but he wasn't there. I went to all the places I thought he might be in this timeline, but nothing. It's like he never existed.
But you think he'll come here for me?
We can only hope. Anyway, I've got places to be. Pilates. Don't want to become the doughy Bonaire, do I? The debonair gets physical.
The debonair waves his scepter and suddenly he's in ill-fitting gym clothes.
Ciao for now. Ellie was once again bound to her delightful new purple plushy chair.
Nice, that's perfect. Straps once again get hold of Ellie and strap her to the seat.
No, please, wait.
The debonair stops a moment.
Please. You of all people know how boring an existence like this is. Waiting second upon second until you return. Please, just give me something to buy my time. Let me see my dog. Or maybe just hold me in my own apartment.
The debonair considers a moment. He seems to sympathise with her plight.
Fine. Ellie suddenly had something to satiate her boredom.
He waves his scepter and an old-fashioned CRT screen appears in the upper corner of the room.
There you go. I find TV helps with the whole time thing. At least a little.
The debonair uses his scepter to turn on the TV.
Oh, this is a good one. Love that little thinky winklebonk. Guy's hilarious.
Cut to exterior, outer castle limits, night. Corith Burgo and her new friend, Finny Winklebonk, crouch behind barrels overlooking the vast moat of a castle. A drawbridge is in an upright position just ahead of them.
We somehow need to get in there, friend. One of the 8 pearls of wisdom required to power up the crown are within those very walls.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember the voice I did. So, well, whoop-de-doop-de-doo, Madam Burgo. There ain't no hope you old Finny will get past that there moat alive. Look!
Perfect. I was happy with it. We pan to the moat where devious-looking fish swim with swords in their mouths.
It's all full of swordfish.
I know, friend. We must somehow find a way to lower the drawbridge. Quick, hide!
2 guards meander over to the foot of the moat in front of the drawbridge.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I thought they said they were lifting at 11.
No, it's Clyde, 1967, London.
10? Since when?
Ages ago. There was a memo.
Well, I didn't get the friggin' memo. Why'd they make it 10?
To stop guards going for a drink and stumbling home drunk at 11. The pair look at their goblets of grog in their grasp.
Well, flark.
Suddenly, from behind them, Corith Burgo leaps from behind her barrel and, with an acrobatic flying kick, knocks both guards out in one fell swoop.
Hiya! Quick, Finny! Their armour!
Love the hi-ya. More hi-yas, please. Cut to interior, narrator head office, indeterminate time. Kit Caboodle cautiously enters a fancy office, a large window overlooking the vastness of metaspace. 4 hooded head council members sit at a large desk, looking out upon him with emotionless faces.
Please, Kit, enter. Make yourself comfortable.
This is an opportunity to go fucking wild with voices, by the way, so go for it. Kit enters and takes a seat at the lone chair that lay in front of the council members.
I'm sorry, sirs. Is everything okay?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Caboodle.
Is it Earth? What's happened?
I'm afraid our efforts at a reset were unsuccessful.
I'm sorry, Council, but I did say this would happen. The Earth requires its centuries of gestation to fully function. Humans are fickle. They...
Meow! The humans are fine. Mr. Caboodle, I'm afraid it's our narrator.
That meow.
That was a
Cat
meow.
people. Cat people.
I didn't establish name of cat people, but it's great. I love it. Go for it.
Everyone's
100%.
cat people.
Follow your instincts, guys. This is great.
Clop, what's happened? What has he done?
Well, I don't suppose you're aware of a character who refers to himself as the Debonair.
Kit wins.
Yes, as mentioned in my report, he's who set things in motion for the destruction of Earth in the first place.
Well, I'm afraid he might have set his sights high this time, meow meow.
What do you mean?
You can't just throw it in meow meow. Fucking hell.
I think we all have to now. We all have to do that now.
We're cat people. We won with the cats.
Who is Mr. Escucha? Do you know?
I'm Mr. Escucha.
Cool. All right. Sorry. You're next.
So.
Meow meow.
Meow meow meow. The Debonair, as he calls himself, has eliminated the chosen narrator. Meow. Club Mepso.
Killed a narrator? Meow? But how? Meow, meow.
Meow meow. Through hereby unknown means, the Debonair got hold of the power of creation and entombed him. Meow meow.
Wait. Meow, meow, meow. The Debonair now has the power of creation. That's bad. Meow, that's really bad.
Meow! He gets to figure out the true meow, or he wields. Choosing instead to create meow harmless items for his own amusement. We have successfully presented it of another time machine meow. But if he were to somehow meow, figure out the true power or meower he holds, we'll be in a lot of trouble. Meow.
You're not wrong. So what do you intend to do? Meow, meow, meow.
That's meow, my meow, your meow, here meow, Mr. Caboodle meow meow.
It's you again, Luke.
You seem to have
The
established
High
this pattern
Council's
of
decision
alternating
is that
meows.
Earth meow and all associated dimensions meow is to be meow terminated meow immediately meow meow.
What? Sir, no. There's got to be another way.
We cannot risk it. We cannot risk the true power of creation being in the hands of a person. Meow. It could be catastrophic.
I understand, sir, but there's got to be some other way. Meow. There has to.
Something dawns on Kit.
Wait. Meow, the 5. Sirs. The 5. Meow.
Not Mr. Meow again, kid. Meow.
No, sir. Meow. Yeah, had you not ousted me, I assure you the 5 could have rectified things, meow. They've defeated the Debonair before, meow. They'll do it again, meow. Sirs, if you just let me aid in the reformation of the...
I think the rule of punctuation is really actually works quite well. Our decision is absolute, meow, Mr. Caboodle, meow. We cannot in any way be swayed, meow.
But, sir, meow, pardon my frankness, but then why would you send for me, meow? Why could you possibly need... What could you possibly need of me, meow? Do you just mean to tell me my life's work is completely destroyed without means of my stopping it? Meow.
Not quite, Mr. Caboodle meow. You may once again see Earth, but I'm afraid it might not look the way you thought. Meow.
Doors open at the back of the council offices, and a large insectoid being enters. The being is large and intimidating, with pieces of metal plate seemingly drilled to its carapace. With every step, the ground reverberates. He stands next to the council's table.
Yeah. Mr. Caboodle, let me introduce you to Obobobososlosh, Destroyer of Worlds. We will be sending him to Earth immediately, and we'd like you to accompany him, to acclimatize him with the planet he'll soon be destroying.
Say meow. But sir, no, you can't. Meow, you can't possibly.
Meow, we will and we have, meow, Mr. Caboodle. Now make yourself acquainted, meow. The session is now over, meow. The 4 council men stand from their desks and exit through the same door that Obobobolosh entered, leaving Kit nervously looking Obobobolosh over. The intimidating figure takes slow, heavy steps towards Kit and looms high over him. Kit looks up in fear.
Hello, mate. Gosh, what a day, eh? On my way back from the husk of the planet following those Quasar, and here I get a buzz to come straight here. Big fancy job. Need to destroy some planet called Earth right away. Gosh, what a lovely name for a planet, though, eh? Really rolls off the tongue. Earth. Must be a special people.
Kit Caboodle looks downtrodden.
Oh, God, I'm such a silly brain sometimes. Here I am talking about how good your people are on the cusp of destroying them. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Sorry, mate.
Imagine it must feel pretty bad of me. Imagine it must feel pretty bad me having to destroy your old civilization.
It does. Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh. God, what a predicament. What a predicament you're in, eh? I'm here, big insect bloke that I am, going off to destroy the big thing you worked hardest on. Wish there was something I could do. You must think I'm a right knob.
You could not destroy it. Yeah.
How can do, I'm afraid. Job's a job for us world enders. I spare this one, it means less food on the table for my 83 insect babies. Plus it'd look pretty rubbish on my CV. Or Bob Losh, destroyer of worlds, except that one he decided not to because he made his new best friend sad. Doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it, bud?
No, it doesn't.
I am ever so sorry, though. I normally do these jobs alone, but apparently these humans of yours had quite a nuance to them. A testament to your hard work, eh? I will make a trip of it. Be like two best friends going on a road trip. I'm an expert at car games. When you have 86 kids to keep occupied, I suppose you'd have to be, wouldn't you? I can show you pics of the little larvae too whilst we're on our way.
Sounds great.
Excellent. Shall we get the show on the road then? World Ender boys setting off on their first, hopefully many adventures. Endy Rose, Destructor Dudes. We'll think of a good name on the trip. Another game. God, this trip will be by in the blink of 100 eyes at this rate.
Listen, a Bobolosh.
Oh, nicknames already, is it?
Sorry?
It's Bob Alosh. Two Bobs. But I'm cool with a Bobalosh. If it's easier for you. Many a Bob, if you like. If it's easier.
How about Bob? It was actually a name on Earth.
Oh, wow! That's perfect. That'll do nicely. Bob, brilliant. I can slip right in rather than be like Bob Alosh. That's a mouthful. Never had a name like that. God, my flesh is burning. Why'd you shoot with your hot magma gun? Help me. Oh, God, please help me. I have a wife and kids. This way, we can get straight to the obliterating.
Right. Listen, Bob, is there any chance I can have a few minutes to gather some bits? I'm a notoriously bad interdimensional flyer. I have a few bits in my desk that might help. Maybe I can grab us some snacks? Anything you might want?
Oh, do you have any dirt? Just rancid, putrid dirt. I'd love some dirt off of the journey.
Dirt? Oh, dirt. Yeah, I'll have a look. Hopefully I'll still have some left from breakfast.
Dirt for breakfast? Someone's living the high life? All right. I'll wait here. You pop off to get what you need.
All right, thanks.
Kit runs off. Bobolosh shouts after him.
I'm so pleased to be doing this with you. Hopefully we can become best of friends.
Excellently read, guys. I couldn't have asked for better. You really heightened the script. I like the idea. Just before we carry on, of like Adam having Finny Winklebonk as like the fake out crazy character, and then having a crazy character later on as well. Cut to interior castle night. Corith Burgo and Finny Winklebonk, dressed in guards' armour, navigate a quiet castle. We hear the loud snoring of guards. They quietly manoeuvre towards a door at the end of a long hallway. Suddenly, they're accosted by a guard who peers from a door behind them. Hey, you two, everything all right? What has you up at this hour? Corith and Finny look at one another.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we tip top, pish posh, no mean to wake you.
Where are you going?
We're going to the
Toilets. We've got mega runs.
Yes, we've got massive shits together.
The guard winces in disgust. Both of you?
Shouldn't have ate that boar meat. It's been a bad ball.
The guard, satisfied, returns to his domicile. Corith and Finney are relieved.
That was a close one.
They navigate towards the door at the end of the hallway and open it. Inside is a room with a sconce at its centre. Atop the sconce is a finely crafted pillow. Atop the pillow, where the pearl of wisdom was meant to be, is instead a small note. It reads, Ellie, brace for impact. Cut to interior, small holdings offices, indeterminate time. Kit Caboodle enters the offices with a sprint.
Kit, what happened? What's going on?
They're destroying the Earth. Quick. I've not got time.
Kit seems to frantically scour his desk.
What are you doing?
I can't let them destroy my life's work, Kara. There's got to be some way for me to get into contact with the Five. I've got to contact them somehow.
But how? You're privileged, Meow, to that planet we revoked, Meow.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you. That's somebody remembered.
You've not got any means of contacting that planet, Meow.
There has to be a way.
Kit suddenly notices a keepsake on Kara's desk. It's a toy golden globe given to her by Kit as a joke after the show about her civilization won its 5th. An idea dawns on him.
But you have access to your planets.
A wry smile forms on his face. Kara soon figures it out.
You're right. We can only interfere with our civilizations in brief stints, though, remember, Meow? What should we do, Meow?
The Five were only powerful when they worked together. The first thing we need to do is get them all back together. Meow.
We were all waiting for it. Now we know that you've finished speaking, we can carry on.
Me, how do we do that, Meow?
We need to let them know where to find one another. Meow. Fill your TV shows with these dates. Meow.
Kit hands the pair a list of names and dates.
It's the arrival date of each member. Meow.
But there's more than 5 on this list, Meow.
I know, Meow. A few of the side characters are on there too, but whack them on there anyway. Where they are, a member of the Five won't be too far behind.
On it!
Kara begins typing frantically on her keyboard.
Spread it to the others. We need as much of these names in as much of shows as we possibly can. Repeat them non-stop. They'll soon get to one of the members, and hopefully they can figure out a means of finding one another.
Fluff Meadows grabs a copy of the list.
Let's, Meow, get you your civilization, Meow, back. Meow.
Cut to interior holding cell day. Ellie sits looking towards a TV screen as the credits for Pearls of Wisdom scroll by the screen. She sits a moment in utter confusion.
What the fuck?
Suddenly, a voice can be heard from beside her.
I know, right? Pacing was completely off.
Ellie turns to find Dr. L's purple-hued spirit stood beside her, a bag of popcorn in her grasp. His grasp, sorry.
What the hell? And that Feeney character, what a dick bag. Doesn't hold a candle to Final Voyage.
There's an enormous rumbling sound. The wall of Ellie's holding cell shake and quiver when suddenly... Dun, dun, dun. That's me done. Jesus Christ, that was funny.
Wait.
My
There's a
God.
post-credit sequence.
There is a post-credit. I was
post-credit
gonna not gonna say anything about the post-credit sequence, but there is. Right, let's get through the post-credit sequence quick. Post-credit sequence. Interior, small holdings, break room, indeterminate time. Fluff Meadows enters the office break room. An empty mug in his paws. Cough Doop sits on a table, stirring a warm mug of coffee with his claw. Kara stands beside a microwave.
All right, Kara. Meow. Cough. Meow.
Meow, look what we dragged in.
Just woke up from an Uz nap. Meow.
Cough fails to respond. Fluff approaches the kettle.
What's the matter, Cough? Meow. Uz got your tongue? Meow.
He still does not respond.
God, I'm spitting feathers here. Meow. And I've not even had my budgie. Meow.
The scene just takes a completely new angle with the meows in it. Fluff kicks on the kettle, but it doesn't seem to work.
This bloody kettle, Meow, always conks out when I want a drink. Meow. I can't stand it. Meow.
Kara wanders over.
All right, calm down. You're not on a hot tin roof now.
She plugs the kettle in and clicks the kettle on confidently.
More than one way to skin a
Fluff and Flip look at her in shock.
Never meowed.
Fluff pours himself a warm cup of coffee. He makes his way to the table with cough.
So why is it so quiet in here, Meow? You two had an us fight, Meow?
No. Meow. It's Cough. Don't tell me either. Come on, Cough, Meow. Let the us out of the bag. What's wrong, Meow?
I think it was you, Adam. The Star Wars guy.
Oh, Star Wars guy, yeah. Well, it's meow.
Come on, Cough, Meow. Stop us footing around. Tell us what's wrong, Meow.
My cousin, Kitty, meow. She was killed this morning. Meow.
Oh, Meow, God.
Found her in a flat, just dead. Meow. Spoke to the police in the meowing.
Jesus, man, Meow. They collared anyone, Meow?
No collar on the scene. Meow. They do have a suspect in custody, though.
Meow. Oh.
Curiosity.
Your collective cringe sustains me. That was just a stupid post-credit scene.
I enjoyed it.
And that's
Very
it.
nice. Oh, that's great. It's good on many levels.
Jesus, that was fucking... The addition of meows made my day, that did. That was so fucking funny. I had no idea that was going to happen.
I think,
That was so totally enjoyable.
they're refining it, so it's like punctuation became the meow. So it's a
yeah.
great way of
Fantastic.
That was
finding
great work.
balance
That
on
was
it.
great work. That was. Yeah. So I said that I sort of reined myself in. That is me reining myself.
That's
in.
you who reined in, is it?
What was the extra stuff that you said you'd cut out? What was all the extra?
So the original way it had ran, right, was I wanted you to think that the Cat Office was another show. So I wanted the interpretation to be that I was just doing what Luke was doing, but with like loads of different shows, and that Ellie was watching
Yeah.
them. And then the reveal at the end was that the cat one was completely different. Like the cat one was actually like the
That's
narrator,
something
the
that's
head
going
office.
on, but they're projecting that to TV so that in the hope
Yeah,
that the
they're
Bible
projecting
see
it to
it.
TV. So essentially, like, I've essentially established that TV shows in this universe are psychic connections to other civilizations. So Luke's Final Voyage isn't just a TV show; it's
Voyage.
an actual
Deep
TV
Voyage.
show.
Actual real
Deep
Actual real world somewhere else. Pearls of Wisdom, which was my one with Kerith Bago and Finney Winklebunk, was another TV show that was less highly regarded, but still a real civilization. And Star Wars is one. And I've essentially like opened the reins for TV to be like real civilizations.
So is it just the cat folk that are trying to contact the Five, or is that like?
I think.
Vessel?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think the cat people. Well, Kit Caboodle is trying to stop his destruction.
Just the cat people is a sentence we've just accepted as part of this whole thing now.
Well, so with this episode as well, and I'll show it again because I'll just jump to the spinner thing because I'm pretty sure I still had it. I ticked all those boxes. So except for
Dwarves?
Italian Tony.
Did you get dwarves?
Finney Winklebunk was established as a dwarf in another scene, which I got rid of.
Where's
There was
the portal?
well, didn't we not have? I was like thinking the portals were like kind of like already there because we all got transported. All the characters got transported anyway, so I thought I'd established that as a portal, and we had like all the doors in the last one, so I thought, oh, that covers the portal thing. I didn't want to portal it too much. We still haven't got It Was All a Dream. I just tried to encompass as much of these as possible, essentially. So I have talking animals. I had dwarves in Finney Winklebonk, but we can say that didn't count because that's one thing I cut down as well, was I essentially cut down a lot of the Finney Winklebonk stuff because I had that being a lot more cohesive story originally. Because that all started, the original concept for this entire show was to essentially just do exactly what Luke did last time. But with what Burge said was, we need to introduce a fantasy element. And I was like, yeah, I'll just do a TV show that's a fantasy element. And have it be that. Just have it be like what Luke did, but with fantasy. And then I thought, it'll be really somewhat interesting that now we have like somewhat of a reason to delve into like these like crazy TV shows ideas we have. as well as we can rope them into sort of like the ongoing story of Ellie and all this stuff. So yeah, I just wrote it, and I really the original script had essentially all that cat stuff happen at the end practically, and it was like when I read it, I was like, it's too heavy on the fantasy elements early on, and then later on we just jumped to cat things, and I was really worried, which happened anyway, like that we were like, why are we now in the late game of this episode and we're now in like some sort of like weird cat office. And I just thought, okay, what I'll do is I'll just cut a lot of the fantasy one out and like intersperse them so that we just like jump back to Finny Winklebonk a lot. And yeah, that was fun. Like I have to say,
such a laugh.
Your readings really heightened that, because I was really scared about that one because it was like so freaking out there and like weird, but like your readings were fantastic. Thank you very much, Adam. You see what I said now? Like I was like Finny Winklebonk, and because I originally had you being Finny Winklebonk through it all, but then I kind of wanted, like in my hats, I just wanted there to be another Debonair to a certain extent. I was like, we've had Dr. L, and Dr. L was like a standout character. Debonair was like a standout character. Like you know, like, and they seem to turn into villains at the end. So like I think there's like a theme in this show where like we have very interesting villains. So I quite like the idea of Obobobolosh being like Adam's standout character, who's like an insect world ender, who's just fucking like just a fucking cool bloke. Just like
big fan,
awesome,
big
nice...
fan of Obobobolosh.
Bob. Yeah. Bob, Ender of Worlds.
So he's potentially a bigger threat than any of them, isn't he? Because he's got world-ending power.
So yeah, he's got like world-ending abilities. I was thinking to myself, I hope if he lasts, like I hope he like has a chat with Debonair eventually. That'd be really funny. And I kind of like I introduced elements that I thought I'd like let you guys like play with. So obviously we now have all TV is psychic connections to other worlds. We have narrator head office, and I made them cats. Because why not? That entire final after credit scene was just me copy and pasting jokes that I originally had running through it, going like, I can't lose that joke, and then like making one cohesive like break room moment where it was like, oh, let the us out the bag, and just sort of like play on like cat idioms, like cat on the hot tin roof, more than one ways to skin a cat, cat nap, cat fight. There's a shitload of them, so I just thought, oh fuck it, I'll introduce all them, and I just had it was a fucking laugh. That was a fucking laugh. I was so pleased that you guys read that so well.
Fun.
That was
Excellent
fun, but like, Burge, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, I wasn't sure. I think I'd played Kit Caboodle too close to like Ellie and Kit Caboodle sound exactly the same, but they're both kind of like the straight characters, right? So
yeah,
it kind of made sense not to do a weird voice for Kit Caboodle when everyone was going meow and doing outrageous voices.
Yeah. No, that works perfectly, because I think like I really like the idea of the Kit Caboodle. Like I originally had the idea for Obobobolosh to be like a really nice bloke, and I thought like to counteract that, you have to have Kit Caboodle be like the sort of like, not the straight man, because he had his little gags where he's like, oh look, they've got electronic devices now. Oh no, wait, they're just in a subatomic jelly. He still had like gags, but they were more like, you know, like facetious, kind of like
sarcastic.
He was a bit sarcastic. Yeah. He was a bit more sarcastic as Caboodle, and so I think that them two going on a little journey together would be really sort of like an interesting back and forth. So, but I only just realized in reading it that like Burge, you had a lot of heavy lifting to as well, because like you pretty much like regularly in two of the strands. So sorry for that.
No, it's just fine. The only thing was like establishing that Ellie can summon Dr. L is like, well,
yeah, it's gonna be some interesting Burge and Burge back and forth.
Burge and Burge, yeah,
probably,
I know.
Probably not gonna write loads of
we could take
those two together.
I know.
Scripts, so you can do the narration and the Burge and Burge.
Yeah. Burge suddenly.
Yeah, Burge suddenly. Exactly.
Terrible.
I'd watch it. I
think another good thing that you established as well, you said a couple of things there, but I think another good one is the fact that the Debonair has lived all the way through human history.
Yeah, just like getting bored and kind of
great.
I know.
Loads of changed into Jim.
I know, 100%. That's. I really didn't like. I was like, I'm not introducing time travel again. There's no fucking chance. If anything, I'm introducing the antithesis about time travel by saying he does not time travel now. I quite liked Phil's interpretation of, I think he started it with like the Devon narrator's power being narration, like physical narration is like his power, and I loved that. So I really lead into that, like the whole like, and then a blah 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 appears, and it like does. I really like the idea that he has to sort of like say that, and it's kind of like he's essentially like stolen our power as narrators of this show to be able to do it in his own way, and I introduced like a sort of like a veiled thing that I hope like you guys will like cover, where like the narrator HQ are very scared of him having got that power, even though from what we've seen the power isn't that, like, he can obviously recreate creation. So I think like there's more to that power to be explored later on, and I'm not even gonna like touch that. I'm sure you guys will have like make narrator more powerful by making him realize that he can essentially invent gods.
Mm-hmm. Just for canon, is the narrator a cat person?
You guys made the council cat people. You guys did that because because there's like, I'm not gonna like broach it too much. I wanted to leave it like somewhat secret, but there's like more to those council members' names. There is more to it, and like if you guys want to do more with it, I'll leave that to you guys. But there's more to those names, and I was gonna have them, but it doesn't necessarily matter. But my idea was that like essentially like the HQ was just cat people, because why not? Like I originally had them just be like normal office space, and it become a bit sitcom-y, and like the entire idea behind it was that like, oh, we're just watching an office sitcom and we think that this is completely normal, but it's not an office sitcom, it's actually narrator HQ. And then I was like, oh fuck it, I'll make them cats, because fucking that's hilarious. And then you guys proved me right by fucking adding meows to everything. Meow. I mean, you know what's really cool? There was like Burge had like Burge established the full stop ones, but I really like Burge's quiet ones. Like he would like literally like be going like yes and
oh no,
oh no, yeah. What are you gonna do? And like just fucking the best thing in the world. That
I thought it sit with like Kit Caboodle, not like he doesn't want to say meow. The others are like,
it's like an impulse.
You know, like yeah.
Other people are like flaunting their catness, and you're there
trying to like
yeah.
Oh, no,
any sort of pun with meow and like the word power. Meow.
Yeah. Meow. They were all excellent. But I don't know. Like the narrator, I was kind of like thinking like maybe like the narrator Klopp, as I've named him, would be like kind of like wanting to look like the humans as well, so maybe he took on like a human appearance and stuff. I don't know, like I toyed with the idea that like that us seeing them as cats is our failure to perceive how they really look, and so our brains just immediately goes to cats. And I had like this entire spiel about how like the internet has corrupted our minds so much that we see these people as cats, but they're not actually cats. But I'm glad I just went with cat people. Why not?
So for the sake of Burge, who's got to write the next script, where are we up to then? So
whoa.
Yeah.
You need to spin the wheel before we...
Sorry. I'm jumping to conclusions there.
Yeah, come on, Jesus.
Hedge your bets.
Right, I've got
Phil's all in. All in on Burge.
Right, I need to...
And that was on Burge.
Vamp for a second, just vamp, because I need to get my spinner stuff.
So for whomever the next writer may be. So I'm just trying to like get my head straight in terms of where we are.
I think I might do a stream called All In on Burge.
All In on Burge.
Luke, give me a sound, bud. Okay, get rid of that. Oh, let me save it, because my disgusting name's on there now. And,
I mean, if your name stays on there, just like...
there you go.
Is it Lefty Bertie or Righty Bertie?
Yeah. Fingers crossed, everyone.
Okay, let's go. Here we go.
Hold on to your butts.
Spin.
Is the line house?
Yeah.
The line is we all write.
House win.
It's Burge.
Oh,
Good job,
Burge.
Nice.
Burge.
I don't envy you. I really don't envy you.
So,
yeah, it's just...
what happened?
Assuming for the layman. So I'm trying to piece it as someone who's like trying to track the canon throughout. So there's cat people. There's Ellie trapped in the narrator's cage. and she's just established contact with the ghost of Dr. L.
Yep.
And then there's
There's
TV.
there's a TV show that was like completely like irrelevant. Essentially, the TV show just sort of highlighted the fact that messages were somehow being transmitted through these TV shows, targeted at the Five.
Hence, like Ramon, 1967.
And Ramon, hence all those like aside. But at the very end, they were targeted specifically to Ellie. I left that kind of open ended. Like maybe you guys can like have the cat people like zone in on Ellie and like warn her about whatever's going to come up next. So we have Ellie in a room and she's having to brace for impact. She pressed the secret button on a bracelet, which was like kind of like a little side thing I added just to sort of like for you guys to be able to play with if you want to. But she's now bracing for impact, and the ghost of Dr. L has just appeared beside her. Debonair is just gone, but he's the one that fundamentally trapped her. We've got completely separate TV show which like led to nowhere called The Pearls of Wisdom, which had little messages for the Five in there. And then we have the cat people who essentially like run and narrate various civilizations and like man them all. But we found out that all fictional universes are real and that they have some sort of.
See
like,
what you've done, by the way. With I've worked out what you've done with those characters. I've spotted it.
What?
With the council, I've spotted it.
You've spotted it. Good.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
Cool. I'm glad. Yeah. So there's that. There's like you have the cat people who like run other civilizations. We've established that fictional universes exist, and Earth is going to be destroyed. And Kit Caboodle, in an effort to save Earth, is projecting messages to the Five before he gets there to possibly defeat Debonair, so that the planet doesn't have to get destroyed by Obababalosh, or something else happens and everything I had was a fever dream or whatever. I don't mind. I don't mind. But I like.
So that's all clear to you now, Burge.
Please don't get rid of Obababalosh.
Yep. Yep, all clear. Meow.
Well, like, disregard as you wish, Burge. Honestly, I genuinely don't mind. I thoroughly enjoyed the meow people. And
I mean, I think like I'm not gonna try and weave all that, like keep all of it, but I think like that doesn't mean someone else can't return to it. Like that's the cool thing, right? That
100%. Yeah. It's there. It's like it's in the background, just happening somewhere else. 100%.
Yeah, I'll have a think.
Because like the fundamental thing I had as well is that I was like I was going to just have like Ellie's robot dog escapades carry on, but I really just wanted to sort of like essentially like I don't know, encompass what we set off to do with this from the very get-go, is that we can take it like really obscure ass places. So I just took it to like weird metaverse cat place just for a laugh essentially, and I have no you guys can disregard that as you like now. Like literally, like that is happening on a completely other scale. You could literally like either zone in and make your own little TV show with just the occasional like messages or whatever, or you could do whatever you like. It's like the world's your oyster essentially.
Ellie's going to be in the prison for like the next 15 episodes.
Just talking to Dr. L, and I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
Because
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It's great.
I enjoyed it as well. That was like,
Really
sorry, I'm not going to keep you guys, but that was the original idea as well. Is that the TV was given to her earlier, and she was like flicking. Like there was loads of different TV shows that ultimately, and the Office sitcom led to the cat people. That was like the original way it went, but it was a bit manic. But that was fun, guys. Thank you very much for your excellent readings. That was
Thank you.
very, very enjoyable. And we'll see you again in.
So we've got a schedule, haven't we? So do we say like the 4th of September is Burgess script? Is that achievable? We've got 2 Sundays booked in, haven't we?
We have 2 Sundays booked in. When are the kids back in school? Do you guys know?
It'll be like the 5th, 6th, or 7th September, is it? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's probably best to stick it to Sunday then. Yeah, okay then. The 4th sounds good to me.
Cool.
Perfect.
Awesome. Cheers, everyone.
Sounds
Very
good.
much. Really enjoyed that. Cheers, guys.
Toodaloo.
Toodle.